What is going on, everybody? It is your boy, Matt Stingray. Thanks for checking in to the Rock the Watch channel. Guys, today we are gonna do the full review of the Rolex Milgauss with the Z Blue dial. It's finally here. I meant to do it. I've been swamped with watch reviews. Man, I got this several months ago. I usually like to knock out the full review in like 2 weeks to a month, but I've been swamped with watches, which is a good thing. But today we are finally gonna do the full review. But before we do that, quick wristwatch check. What am I rocking today? Today I am rocking my Traska Freediver with the mint green dial. Guys, awesome watch. Go check this one out. Did a video on it, dropped it a little while ago. I'll put a link to that down below. It was a good one. So let's flip this camera around and take a look at the Rolex Milgauss. And let's rock this watch. All right, guys, so here it is, the Rolex Milgauss, reference number 116400GV with the Z Blue dial. Let's just give it a nice little look there for a second. You know what, let me zoom in on this sucker for a little bit and just kind of sit here and try to hold it still so you can take a look at it. Very cool. Isn't that a great looking watch? So let's get into the old specs and features of the Rolex Milgauss. This watch has a 40 millimeter case diameter. It's 13 millimeters thick. It is 48.5 millimeter lug to lug. It has a 20 millimeter lug width. It is powered by the Rolex caliber 3131, which is, of course, COSC certified. They say that it's plus or minus 2 seconds a day, and as you can see right there on the bottom, it says superlative chronometer officially certified. It has roughly 48-hour power reserve. Okay, let's take a look at the dial there. Let me wipe that fingerprint off. Man, oh man. Yeah, buddy. Look at that. Look at that. So there's that distinctive orange lightning bolt of the Milgauss. Some people love it. Some people hate it. I happen to love it. I think it is super cool and unique. This, I think, and maybe the Air King would be the quote unquote weirdest of the Rolex watches. They just kind of, especially for Rolex, they step outside the box. And that's really what drew me to this watch. So as you can see, we have a orange minute markers around the chapter ring, around the outside. You have the coronet at the 12 o'clock. Rolex Oyster Perpetual Milgauss in orange. As referenced before, orange lightning bolt. And superlative chronometer officially certified. At the bottom, Swiss made. And as you can see, it does have the engraved rehat with the Rolex coronet at the 12 o'clock and Rolex all the way around. Rolex, Rolex, Rolex down to the serial number on the bottom of the rehat. Very cool. Okay, this is made from 904L oyster steel, which is Rolex's perpetual steel, supposedly highly scratch resistant, very strong, better than 316L stainless steel. I don't know. I'm not a metallologist. I'm not a metal scientist. I don't even know if I said that word correctly, but I'm not one of those guys. So I can't attest to that. Although all the literature and everything else and people who know a lot more than me about that say that yes, it is better than 316L stainless steel. It has a screw down 3 o'clock signed crown with the coronet with no crown guards. Okay, it does not have a date, as you can see. It is highly polished on the side. It is typical Rolex quality. It's beautiful. It's a fantastic watch. Already smashed on a door or something right there. You'll see a couple of those character features on this watch. I call it character because I wear this sucker, man. I rock this bad boy, and it is an awesome watch. Okay, let's go to the bracelet. Bracelet is 20 millimeters at the top, tapering down to 15.5 millimeters. Remember I said I scratched it right there? Look at that. It is highly polished center links, brushed on the end links, highly polished on the sides of the links, of course held in with screw pins. Come down to the, let's zoom in on this. Very cool. Rolex, Geneva, Swiss made, steel, inox. I don't even know what that little thing says right there. Rolex SA. Very cool. Very cool. This has, again, the little clasp and the coronet right there. It does have a 5 millimeter extension. There it is right there. Popped it out. Okay. It's very cool. It, of course, has solid end links, and it does have the stainless steel screw down case back, of course. Rolex Oyster Milgauss with some coronets on there. Now this one, it's my understanding that this is basically a Oyster Perpetual with a Faraday cage in there so that it gives you that 1000 Gauss magnetic resistance, because that's what Milgauss stands for. Gauss is a measurement of magnetism, and mil meaning 1000. It goes to 1000 Gauss. Now, before I get sidetracked, let's look at this awesome green crystal, which is unique to the Milgauss. So, as I was saying before, I think like the lightning bolt hand, the orange accents, the green crystal, and the Faraday cage, as far as I understand, if I'm wrong, please put a comment down below, correct me, because I don't know everything, is basically the only difference between a standard OP. This is geared more towards scientists or people who work around high magnetic fields. I will show you one little thing which is kind of cool. So let's see if we can zoom in, you can see it. So there's the coronet on the sign crown, right? And there's a line underneath. So as far as I know, that means that this is a double lock. So you'll see different things under the crowns on, under the coronet on the crowns. You'll see a line, you'll see 3 dots, you'll see 2 dots. My understanding is the line means it is not a trip lock, but it's a dual lock. So this does not have the date, obviously, and it's just super smooth. Hacks, of course. Hand winds. It's just, it's ridiculous. Guys, let me tell you something. Rolex is not all hype and marketing. A lot of it is. It helps them sell watches. But if you take any product, if you guys realize, if you guys been around long enough, you take any product and it's hype, and it comes out and it's absolute garbage, the hype falls off real quick. There is a reason, there is a valid reason, mixed in with a little bit of FOMO and some marketing and stuff, but there is a valid reason that these watches, meaning Rolex in general, are so hot. The hype is real, guys. I think it is fantastic watch. Okay, it's awesome. Rolex deserves this hype, in my opinion. It's really a great watch. So let's see what it looks like on the wrist. Let's take this Traska off and see what it looks like. There it is, guys. It's freaking awesome. I mean, it just wears. Rolex has nailed it. When I do the full review of my Submariner, it's just they have nailed the how comfortable it is, how it just wears perfectly. They nailed almost everything on these watches. Are fantastic. I mean, I personally think that the hype is real and it deserves the recognition that they get. So let's do a quick lume shot, and this has got the Rolex's proprietary lume. So let me turn these lights off out here and hit this sucker with the let's get that bad boy going. Yeah, so there it is, gents. Very nice lume, very nice. It's super cool, guys. Let me give one last zoom in of that dial. Look at how the dial just sunbursts. It is fantastic. 2 thumbs up for this bad boy. So let's flip this camera around, get back to the camera, and get some final thoughts. All right, guys, so there it is, the Rolex Milgauss with the Z Blue dial. Guys, Rolex is legit, all right? I'm just saying there is definitely a reason Rolex is hot as it is, okay? Is it the best watch in the world? No, there's plenty of watchmakers out there that make fantastic hand-built watch. Is it the best? How do I want to say it? Is it the best production? Off the line made watch, machine made watch, not completely handmade? I believe so. So some people are going to ask, how much did I pay for this? This one I paid, now it is pre-owned. I got it from Swiss Watch Expo. I paid $9,400, a little over $9,400. I think it was before Christmas last year. I think that's when I got this one. And if you look on eBay and some other places, especially the Z Blue dial one, a lot of places are asking $10,500 now. I don't know if they're selling for that, but people are asking that. Rolex is, and that's not when I bought this one. I bought it because I think it's beautiful. But it's nice to have equity in a watch. It's nice to be able to say, hey, at least I could probably, now if I sold it to a dealer, I could probably get what I paid for it, which there's not a lot of watches out there you can say that about. And if they discontinue this, if you guys have been paying any attention to Rolex at all and they discontinue this sucker, which every year they say they're going to discontinue the Milgauss because it's not that popular of a seller, watch out. This thing will almost, I bet you it'll be up to $15,000, $16,000. It might double for a small amount of time and then come back down, kind of like the Hulks have after they discontinued the green Submariner. So there it is, guys. Rolex Milgauss, the Z Blue dial. Guys, if you like this type of content, please like and subscribe. Leave a comment down below. And as always, rock that watch.